Hey everyone, welcome back. Weston Summers again. In our last video, we just disassembled the Benelli Super Black Eagle 2, and in this video, we're going to be putting her back together. The only tool I recommend you have is some type of deadened plastic screwdriver so that you can lightly tap your trigger assembly pin into place. Other than that, this is a toolless assembly. To make things easy, I'm going to start with a carrier assembly and then we'll work from there. These are the pieces you'll be looking for. These right here. You want to move to this side. You want to drop in your spring. Direction doesn't matter. Move to your head. Make sure your ejector's on the right hand side, which would be your left staring at me. Line up your holes here. You're then looking for this pin. You want this hole in line with the firing pin. So you want to drop it just into place. This little hash mark usually is pointed backwards on mine. Next, follow this with your firing pin and your firing pin spring. Come through the rear, and if everything's lined up, you should be able to mash it into place like so. It went right in. At this point, move to this O-ring retained pin. If you want to, look for a flat spot so you don't wear any other spots out. If not, put her just into the right hand side. She'll go over this lip. Use your thumbnail, help the O-ring a little bit, and press her into place. And that is the complete assembly. I'll do a close-up on the bench so that you know you can do that. The last piece is to press this in. It's spring retained. Make your handle forward and click her in. Now everything's done. Alright, let's put our trigger assembly back in. We will be looking for this pin and this. You want to make sure it's cocked. You're going to be looking to depress this release button to move that spring out of the way. Come through the rear, go straight down all the way until it catches right there. At this point, start to rotate upwards, or downwards, whatever you want to call it. But you need to press this spring out of the way, and everything will just fall into place as such. When it falls into place, it may take some light aligning or bumping, but when it lines up, flip her over, take your pin. If your pin's in place, you can make it snap in by hand, or take your light screwdriver and just give her a tap. It should be very easy. Alright, let's put our tube back together. We're going to start with our cap. Our cap goes in the end. We then need our spring, and we need our plunger, or our plug, excuse me. When you get about this high, hold it. Take your cap. Your cap just pinches together a little bit. You want to beat it into position. So set her here. Do this on camera. Make sure it looks something like that, and give her a few light naps or taps to get her into position. If you have your pair of pliers, that's better. If not, get her about that far. If you get scared that you don't want to beat on it anymore, take your cap, put your cap on, rotate your cap down, and use your cap, tighten it all the way down till it stops, and then take it off, and it presses everything directly into place. We are now done with that part. Make sure your assembly is cocked. It doesn't look like that it's cocked. Move right here to the front looking for these two rails. Set your carrier assembly into those two rails as such. Push straight back and she'll fall into place. Alright, next you want to come to your trigger guard, your hand guard and your barrel. You want to slide these two together. At least this is easier on mine. And this is about the only tricky part on the whole thing. The guard is a little tight. You have to wiggle it on there. Once it wiggles on there, so align everything in line. Pull back on your action. You're looking for something like this. Press the button to position and give her a couple wraps on the ground. At this point, you can lock your action. To check, you'll see how it's spaced out a little bit again. Bumper. Follow this with your cap. Give her a couple tightens. Check everything once over. Make sure it's good. Another bump. 1, 2. A check for the retainer. There it is. And a dry fire. Safety check. Dry fire. And that is the reassembly of the Benelli Super Black Eagle 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has helped you out. In a couple of other videos, I'll post a video on just disassembling the carrier assembly and probably just the trigger assembly to help people out. If not, safe shooting, good hunting, and I look forward to hearing from all your comments and questions. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Y'all have a great one.